Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Thursday, January 22nd. Just cruising through the month of January here. The market's pretty green this morning. So let's go through and see what's going to be popping. ARM is pretty strong. All information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. How are you guys this morning? There's your heat map. The Mag 7 looks pretty good. Walmart looks down a little bit, but everything else looking pretty nice right there. So let's go through, see what's happening. IOTR jumping up here over 100% this morning, and that's at IO3. Remember, we used to look at this thing. We haven't looked at it in a while, but there you go. RIO is jumping up as well, as you can see. GLSI, Greenwich Life Science is jumping up. That roller, that's it's trying to rebound. I don't know about that thing. I'd stay away. SXTP, 60 degrees pharmaceuticals. That's a China biotech right there. Small cap trying to run up, and JANX right there moving. So a couple good movers right there for you this morning. Let's see what our news says. History still favors tech after a rare early year lift off for the Russell 2000, says Goldman. U.S. stock futures rise as Trump's U-turn calms certain nerves, and the Taco Thursday and stock relief rally extends with boost from tech in stock market today. The Dow futures global stocks rise after Trump tariff U-turn. ARM, we've been saying it right there. Let's look at it. It's strong. I told you guys. I mentioned it in the Discord. I bought options. There you go. It's up 6%. It's cruising. They'll be paying off the good this morning, so that'll be nice, and that'll be a good one. I got some of them yesterday before the close. I had mentioned it. And there you go. So definitely looking good right there for ARM. Let's go ahead. Look at our SPY. Everything else, that's up this morning. And it's bouncing right back up, as you can see, hitting that hitting some resistance right there, but is looking pretty good. Your Qs were looking pretty good this morning as well. And they're up. And like I said, they're hitting right above the 20. They're looking pretty good. You still have some support or resistance up here, and then they'll get cruising. They'll bounce around for a little bit, so it could be a little bouncy here for a few days, as you can see. And then your IWM getting up into the top. It's been looking good. Like I said the other day, it looked better than the Qs and the SPY, and that was probably why, but they both didn't look bad. They did take that nice little dip, and here we are. We're getting ready to rock and roll. Let's look at the market. What's ONDS doing this morning? That's back up a little bit, not looking too bad. That could curl up today and run some more, so that's interesting. But let's go ahead and look at our Mag 7 here. Apple up a little bit, nothing too crazy. It is trying to curl. I'd keep an eye on it down here, though. It's probably a good opportunity down here. And Amazon right there. What is that bad boy doing? Amazon. That is, it's trying to set up. They're not ready yet, so we'll be keeping an eye on the Mag 7, see when they're getting ready. Google right here is up this morning. Now that's looking pretty good. Google's looking good. Meta's looking pretty good again. That's going to bounce up. So Meta and Google looking nice right there. Microsoft's been nipping down right here, so I'm pretty sure it's bouncing back up a little bit. Yesterday was the bottom right there for Microsoft, so we might want to keep an eye on that, as a matter of fact. And the video right here is not looking bad, and that's getting set up. So this market is about to get running, like Trump did say. And Tesla is back up this morning, so our bottoms are in. I think we saw the big dip right there. That was the pullback for these things to get running up even higher now, so be sure to be catching these opportunities down here, Luis Rodriguez. And let's see, AMC, it is trying to get set back up. But GameStop not looking bad, up a little bit after Ryan Cohen bought 500,000 more shares. Laptop Travel literally said in the Discord, he's like, can't Ryan Cohen buy like 500,000 more shares so my option can move? And then he did. That was pretty good. So that was, he heard you, Laptop Travel. That was great. And let's see. So that is good old GameStop. Chewy right here, not looking too bad on that dip. It's just sitting there this morning. And Unity's trying to get set back up. That could get moving again. And then here's your Netflix. It's only down like 4 cents. Maybe Netflix gets rolling again. It was popping up there yesterday, and maybe that's still a great opportunity right there. So Netflix might get moving a little bit more with a green market. AVGO to semiconductors, that's rolling back up after it's dipped down yesterday. MU looking pretty good, and it was running up there, and it is way up there, and it probably can run some more today. TSM right here is turning back around, and that wants to move. So the market does look good. SMCI right here is trying to get over that 50. There you go. Now it's starting to move. That's starting to look pretty good. Remember, I was talking about that. AMD still running up there. That's in the top and looking pretty good. They're drawing up a little bit more. But QCOM right here trying to get set back up. Look at this thing. And that looks like it wants to run. Snow right here is going back up. Snow's going to be coming down, though. Not this one, but real snow. This weekend, it looks like it's going to be cold. It's cold out there now, and everybody bracing for this crazy storm that's going to get rolling through starting probably tomorrow, I guess. So that's going to be crazy. Snow. This snow's curling up and looking pretty good, though. And PayPal right here was at the bottom, and I think that could be bottomed out as well. Intel's been ripping right there, and it's up a little bit more this morning. And Dell is going to get set up. I've been saying this. That was some nice pullback right there for Dell. I think it gets rocking and rolling right there. IBM's been running up. It's up a little bit there, and there you go. It's hit. That one's looking pretty good, too. So this market is getting set up, guys. Palantir up a little bit more, and that looks like it bottomed out there yesterday. Just going to have to bounce around a little bit. It's not completely ready yet, but it is getting set up. Sophie right here, same situation. That's not ready, but it's getting set up. Marin, Riot, and these guys look a little better. Bitcoin at 89.8 right now. Ethereum 29.78. It is down a little bit from last night. Solana's at 130 and Ripple's at 194. Cardano's at 36. Stellar's at 21 cents. So that is what our crypto looks like. Let's see what Riot looks like right here. That is up 25 cents. It's trying to crawl back up. They're not looking bad. I think crypto will look a little bit better, and CleanSpark looking pretty good right there. And of course, I don't know what what I just typed. MAST. Wasn't that one? MSTR is what I'm trying to type. I don't know what's going on there, but MicroStrategy down a little bit, but that is also getting set up to roll off that MACD, get into that channel off the 20 and get moving. So there you go. Michael Anthony on this morning. How are you this morning, Michael Anthony? Nice of you to join us. Eric, we've looked at this. What is that up to? I remember this one because I had that crazy name. That's exactly why I remember this thing. It has this wacky name from Sweden. And yeah, I was going to say, I know I remember this one for a reason. And that's exactly what. Telefonakindapola. What the hell is that word right there? Anybody can say that word. That's impressive. That's a crazy Swiss word, Swedish word, I guess. I have no idea, but there you go. And earnings are today or tomorrow, it looks like, on Eric. So Eric's earnings are tomorrow there. We'll have to take a look at it tonight and see what's going on. I'll look at it as the market moves today. And ARM, I'm telling you, this one's looking strong, guys. It's up this morning. Maybe it hits this 50 right here at 124. That would be a really nice pop if it gets up that high, to be honest with you. I'm not so sure it will, but I will be locking in profits on that. I told you guys I had options on it from overnight, and there you go. I'm telling you, I look at these things at the end of the day. I'll tell you which one's going to pop up like that on a regular basis, and I've been doing it in the Discord. So if you're in there, that's where I put them. Lucid right here, not too bad. That's that Lucid group. And this one, Lucid, was running yesterday, and then it dipped down real hard. But this Lucid right here was running real good yesterday. And that one isn't still looking bad, that EV thing right there that we've been talking about, good old Lucid. And Eric, we were talking about Boyle still running up there, Luis Rodriguez. It's pretty hot right now, natural gas. So you can look at UNG as well. And that's jumping up. They're hitting the 200s right now, but they are looking pretty hot. That's for sure. They're steaming up there, good old Boyle and UNG. Microsoft is very close to the bottom. I agree right there. So, yeah, keep an eye. I think that bottom's in yesterday, to be honest with you. That Datadog right here is up a little bit. Not looking bad. It's going to hit that 20 area, and then we'll have to see if it gets cruising right through. And then you were saying, Michael Anthony, about your alt investors amending file. You're still talking about this stuff, huh? I'll just put it up there. That's a lot for me to read in the morning. I can barely read one sentence, let alone them numbers and them words. So you guys decipher through that. I'll leave it on the screen for a minute. You guys can read what Michael Anthony's saying. And I don't even know what he's talking about, to be honest. Which stock are you even talking about, Michael? And Neon, is that what you're talking about? I'm not sure. That's an electrical part company. Watch this. I didn't even click on it yet, but ready neon electrical components. I used to trade this. Remember, guys, I traded this thing. It does look pretty good. And I do remember trading this thing quite a bit. And so there you that you. That's what this message is about right there. That's right. We were talking about you yesterday for like 45 minutes last night. I forgot we did a whole show on this stock ticker right here alone. It is up a little bit, Michael Anthony. There you go. It's gonna hit that 20 right there. So you did get a good jump up right there. And I'm not so sure it's getting through that 20, but it is curling up, and we'll watch it to see how it looks. And they did get a nice commercial last night. They do sell smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. So if you didn't tune in last night and you care about universal safety products, check out the show. I talked about that, but I also gave you a bunch of safety tips on smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, clearing out the exhaust coming out the side of your house when it snows here this weekend. So I was talking about all that good stuff, and we were talking about we discussed a little bit of everything, but I gave you guys a little safety course last night. And again, I was a fire inspector and official for like over 2 decades in Camden, the worst city in the country, for most of my life. It's I guess cleaned up a little bit. Other cities have taken the title, which is perfectly fine. I don't work there anymore, but I used to walk around there my whole life. Pretty interesting. AREB right here. Look at this thing running up. What are they doing? Reverse split. Stock announcement sparked the pre-market sell-off, and there you go. So that one's selling off because they are going to have a reverse split right there, 1 for 20, and there you go. What AREB and that roller was doing the same thing. I don't think they had a reverse split, but that was dipping down there pretty good because remember it ran way up there, and I don't know, maybe it gets curling back up. I'll look at it tomorrow for that, or I'll look at it today for this roller to see if it's good for later on or tomorrow. And yeah, neon looks pretty good there, I must say. Michael Anthony, that neon is looking pretty good. Not Neo. Let's see. Neo don't look too bad either. He's going back into the matrix right there. But yeah, neon not looking bad. Neon node. That's Neo node. See, that's what it was. Neo node. I remember looking at it. I remember trading this thing. So there you go. I caught a couple little pops on that bad boy, that little one right there. And let's see what else is going on. Intel leads out big tech earnings as key trends collide. And we already looked at these, but that looked like it was a new one right there. And yeah, our ARM looking pretty strong right there. Intel looking pretty good right there this morning. That's up a little bit. It's been up. And MU, look at that bad boy running up. So that's also good into the top as well. So there you go. That's what they look like. Rich Tech Robotics. Let's see. That's up a little bit. Not looking too bad right there. SMR. That could get cruising right there. Let's see what Nuclear wants to do. That's up right now. And Oklo, that one was up last night. And that still does look pretty good. They're setting up. Nuclear looking really good. I think Nuclear gets rolling. Nike right here. That was getting moving up yesterday. That could continue its way up right there. Galt, that is getting set up. Keep an eye on this one. And QSI and QuantumScape. This one's not too bad, but QuantumScape looked pretty good right there. That's running up this morning as well. And UNH was looking pretty good. That's actually pulled back a little bit. Home Depot, what's that up to? That's down a little bit after that good run up right there. And Waste Management, that was looking pretty good. That looks like it's going to run up some more. And that SanDisk, this thing's run up. And it was running up more yesterday right there. So there you go with them. And let's see what else is going on. What's this one up to? That was looking pretty good. That NIX right there, FMFC, that was up a little bit. They're just sitting flat right now. And let me see. Anything else grab my attention that we really want to look at? Fun was looking pretty fun yesterday. And that's just sitting flat right now. And your 4Us, that's up a little bit right there. Lockheed Martin, that is up too. So that's what the market looks like. And good morning, Cadence. How are you? And let's see what that grab is doing. That's like that Uber in Singapore or something. It's just way down there. That's going to get set up there, guys. That could be a good grab, but you can see this chart's getting crazy. You're going to need it to set up right about here. I would say in the beginning of February, right at the in about a week or so, like right in the beginning of February, Michael Anthony. I think that's when grab starts running right there. So we'll keep an eye on that one for sure. Let me jot it down over here because I know we've talked about it, and I know Laptop Travel likes that one. So there you are with that. Let's see what else is going on over here. Anything we missed? Let me look at StockTwits, see what's trending for us. Hold on, let me hop on there, see what's happening in the StockTwit world, and let me take a quick look over here. Here we go. GLSI. Let's see. What is that? Didn't we look at that? Wasn't that one of the ones that had popped up this morning? Let me see. I think, yeah, GLSI right there, that Greenwich. But we'll take a quick look at it in case anybody likes it. GLSI running up there. That could continue to run up. That's a biotech company. And they got FDA approval to use its first commercially manufactured GP2 lot in phase 3 Flamingo 01 trial. Like reading these things, like the trials and stuff, it's like reading like old school like literature or something. It's just so bizarre. It's just a lot of crazy wordage and words and all kinds of crazy stuff going on. I wish it was more normal, but whatever. What's your Tiger doing this morning? That's up a little bit. And there you go. So your Tiger doesn't look too bad there, Michael Anthony, as well. Let me continue to go through StockTwits and see SUGP right here. We've talked about this one recently and see what that's doing. And that is up, obvious. Oh, that looks real good right there. SUGP, that one we might want to write down there for today. That could be a good runner. That does look pretty healthy to this today. Rocket Lab's down, and the metals company was up this morning. It was up yesterday, as a matter of fact. And there you go. The metals company, TMC, right there. Rocket Lab is pulling back right there. ASTS. That's up again. Look at that, trying to bounce back up. ONDS, that's up a little bit. There you go, trying to bounce back up a little. And Galaxy, this one could go up a little bit if crypto looks pretty good there. Redwire had been pulling back. It's trying to bounce off the 20 there. IREN, not too bad this morning. That one was bouncing off the 20. And RGTI right there is up. That one's getting set up for sure. And also IONQ right here is trying to get set up. So you can keep an eye on them ones right there. And let me see what else is happening over here. Oh, what is old Snapchat up to? Oh, that's not Snapchat, and neither is that. Hold on, what the heck? That's Snap On. They're a tool company, and there's Snapchat right there. And that one is looking pretty good after that dip. Remember, it ran up pretty big, and now it's pulling back a little bit. IBRX had been running up right here. Let's see what that's. Whoa, that's still running up. That's way in the top, though. Be careful. Baba right here. Alibaba, or whatever the heck it's called. That one is run up there this morning as well. It's not looking too bad. It got over that resistance, that's for sure. Remember, Moderna was running up yesterday, and it's up a little bit more. So there you go with that, and there you go with what's going on in your StockTwits world. And that Riot did run up right there. You can see we used to look at this one all the time. That's another electrical part one. So yeah, I guess the electrical part ones are looking good, and that was why that neon is looking good right there. Michael Anthony is like a whole sector thing. And grab the dips. I agree on this. Grab Luis Rodriguez. I do think that's setting up right there. And critical metals right here is back up this morning. What is USAR up to? That's up, looking pretty good right there. And in our UAMY right here, let's look. That's up a little bit, not looking too bad. It's kind of flat. It's trying to crawl right there. I don't know. It could be kind of topped out at the moment, but USAR, that United States of Rare Earths or whatever, rare earth, is looking pretty good again. That's trying to crawl back up. Remember, we were talking about this, but that arm is looking pretty strong right here, guys. So there you go. It's up over 5.7%, looking pretty strong. And I'd say that was a good one. I gave out that one yesterday in Discord. So there you go. That's what we're going to do each day at the end of the day. Give out the poppers in the next morning, and you can just run them up with options at the end of the day. So I'm going to try to make sure I do it right around like 350 each day so people can get in. I tend to do it, I'm not going to lie, right at like 358. That's when I buy them. It's the most bizarre thing ever. And then they go popping. I don't know. I can just see it. I guess at the end of the day, it just jumps out at me as I'm scanning through looking. but I will be sharing them with everybody in the Discord. I did share that one. I shared a few other ones that have been up. So UAMY was up yesterday, a bunch of them. So there you go. That's what we're doing in there. And then day trading. So I'll be on at 9:15 in the Discord with Rhett. Not sure if Laptop Travel will be joining us, but we'll definitely be on until about 10:30ish, and we'll do the market, live trading, all that good stuff, and keep you guys posted on what's going on. We'll be locking in some profits there this morning as usual. And then we'll see what's happening through the rest of the day and what the market's going to bring us. But it is pretty green right here, guys. That's what it looks like right now. And your Mag 7 back up. Financials are back up as well. And I guess your Exxon Mobil and these ones could be dipping down a little bit right here because it looks like that sector is down. But that doesn't mean they're going to be pulling back. They could be good dip opportunities today for them to bounce back up there. And that Sterling was looking pretty good right there. It's already jumping up, and Wheeler was coming off of that reverse split, and that was running up. It's pulling back a little bit right now. And that's what we have right there. AMD's been pretty damn good right there. And like I said, ARM is pretty strong right there. So that's what we have in the market for us this morning, Chris. And let's look at bull. Maybe that'll get strong again and get bullish here finally. I mean, it looks like these are the bottoms, to be honest with you, and that could be a double bottom right there. And but yeah, it got down to what, 766, and right around there 764. So you are probably double bottomed out and should start to get moving finally for bull. It's just taking forever here. I don't know what's going on. It never even really had a January effect run. It did have a little bit of a run here, but nothing real crazy, obviously. And you can see it ran up like right there. That was its big run, and that was December 9th. So that was early. And then, yeah, it just never really got moving. But I do think bull will get set up here to get moving, and I guess maybe the month of February will be better. Cadence, what are you thoughts on? Now you have me thinking, what is it? Thoughts on the suspense is killing me, Cadence. I'm not sure what you want my thoughts on. I'll give you thoughts on something, but I'm not sure what you are asking thoughts on there, Cadence. So let me know. Marvel right here. Did we just look at that? Then I just type it in. I forget. MRVL. That's up this morning. Getting on that 20, curling up, looking pretty good. Thoughts on Netflix? All right, we definitely do that right now. You can bet that. And look at that, turning back around. I'm telling you, this thing could get cruising right here. I think yesterday's dip was obviously a great bottom, and we talked about it in the Discord. Izzy bought it up in the morning on that dip right there. That was a good buy, to be honest with you. And my thoughts on it are that it could get cruising. I have to see how it opens. It's a little bit flat. As you can see, it was down just a little bit, has that red candle look in the basement, but it could easily turn around today, and with that green market right there. So it could definitely jump right back up today. And yeah, the suspense was killing me there, Cadence. I don't know. You just wrote thoughts on, and then left me hanging for a minute while you wrote thoughts on Netflix. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Netflix, and I'll give you thoughts on whatever you ask, that's for sure. And but yeah, that's what's going on. They're trying to obviously buy Warner Brothers Discovery. I think all that's going to be going through right there. And it's just going to be kind of bouncing around. But I think these bottom dips are probably good opportunities. And I would say long term, definitely good Laptop Travel. I agree. That's what I was going to say. I think in the long term, it will be good. But right now, you can probably trade it intraday. Like yesterday was a good day. Today, we'll have to see if it wants to get moving. And then tomorrow might be another one. So that is you hit the send button too early. That's too fun. Yeah, when you're typing and you accidentally hit enter and you're just like, oh shit. Or I do that sometimes. Like you have to hit shift and enter to make sure it like drops down a line when you're on something like this. That's how you can make a space on most things, like a message board or something. The things that you hit enter for, and they actually submit whatever you're trying to write, like something like this. You just hit enter and then it will do it. But if you hit shift and enter, it'll actually make a it'll drop it down a line for you. And yeah, I hit enter all the time when I go to do that. So you do it. I do use it a lot for chat GPT and stuff like that to separate things. I don't even know if you need to for chat GPT, but I just like to do it anyway. And so I'll hit the shift button and enter, and sometimes I'll forget to hit shift, and then I just hit enter, and like I'll just enter half the data, and I'll just be like, "Oh, I got to redo this again now," or I'll just be like, "Use that data and then use this data too," because I hit the enter button too early, and literally just tell it what you just did, because you can talk to Chat GPT like it's a person. It's crazy. Pretty bizarre stuff, but I do know exactly what you mean. But that was pretty great. And let's see, thoughts on world peace. Let's see, laptop travel. I don't think we're ever gonna see that. I don't know if we'll ever see in world peace. There's always going to be conflict. And you know why? Because one country always wants to be better than the next. So obviously America always wants to be the best party. Sam just wrote late to the party. I just said America wants to be the best party. We are the best party, but not we don't have the best parties in this country. We just have political parties. We have great parties when you go to parties, but no, America wants to be the greatest country, and it is obviously, but obviously China, Russia, everybody else wants that title as well. They all want that power because all these guys want crazy power. That's what I was saying yesterday. And yeah, that's conflict equals money. So that's exactly it, Sam. Yeah, I don't think you ever get away from conflict and always I don't think we'll ever see like straight up world peace, like everybody's just like gets along at some point. So I don't know if we'll ever achieve that, but maybe at some point you can get people to stop killing each other, like genocide and stuff like you're seeing in Iran. I mean, that's crazy stuff going on over there. And so yeah, that needs to stop, that's for sure. But we're all the party, that's for sure. And Jeff right here, you were talking, weren't we? Yeah, we saw this one last night in the on the show, and that one run around, that's a pretty expensive one right there. And let me see what else is going on. Let me see real quick. Let me wrap it up. I didn't even realize it's almost 7:30 there, huh? And HIMX, huh? Michael Anthony Himex. And that's Himax Technologies. That doesn't look too bad. That's going to be bullish for sure. They have earnings coming up. It looks like February. Yeah, February 12th right there. So there you go with that. And ASX, what is that one? ASE Technology Holdings. That looks like it's in a bullish state, but that's all the way at the top. It will run up a little bit. Be careful on that one. Taiwan Semiconductor right there. And used to love shop. Party City was great. Or Vegas, that's true. Vegas is a great party. And ASPI right here. Chris, this isn't too bad as well. Check it out. And let's see. Yeah, I do think this one gets rolling up. Your 2050s meeting up again. I was just trading this one recently. And Chris, I've been keeping an eye on that one at ASPI. And I think it could get running up a little bit more here. It's just in that little base, and I think it does move up. So, yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on that one. And you think you guys should all come to the Omaha for Berkshire this year? That would be fun, actually. That'd be pretty cool. Last year was the year to go, Sam, when you went for the first time ever and you got to see Warren Buffett announce his retirement. Nobody even had a clue it was going to happen. And here you are. I don't even think his partners even knew. He just came out and announced it, and Sam was sitting there watching it live. He was like, whoa, this is crazy. And that is pretty cool, Sam. So I don't think I ever forget. I always remember that you were there. Anyway, HCAT right here, Health Catalyst. That looks pretty good, guys. That does look like it has a health catalyst going on. We were looking at Eric already there. Good old Michael Anthony, and that does have that crazy name, and it isn't looking too bad right there. And you've been there many times, was in Omaha with Warren for a few years. So there you go. Yeah, Laptop Travel used to have lunch with Warren Buffett, as a matter of fact. So there you are. And Sam got to see his retirement. Laptop Travel used to have lunch with him. That's pretty cool stuff right there. VOD, Vodafone, or something like that. That's obviously a phone company in the UK. And that's in a pretty bullish state. But these things have jumped up. It's hitting the MACD. I don't know if that one gets through. It might need a little more setup time right there. And let me just see what our indices are doing real quick. Here we are with our SPY. It is up a little bit more, and it does look pretty good. It's pushing over that 20. It's hitting that resistance, and you can see you have that resistance right there at about 690 area, maybe even a little lower, 689s. So keep an eye on that. And your Qs are running up pretty well right there. And I don't even know why I typed that. I meant to type IWM. There you go. And that looks pretty good too. But we will look at ARM. That looks pretty good. I gave you that one yesterday. So there you go. and Borsheim and Nebraska Furniture Mart. I'm not familiar with that, but I'm sure Sam is. That's for sure. And what's Sirius doing right here? Sirius XM Holdings, and that is jumping up a little bit. Not looking too bad right there. Intel reports after the close, and I'd be careful. It's way at the top, guys. So I think it might have been running up. I don't know if it'll run up more. Obviously, I'm not good at earnings, so guess what? I jumped in Netflix a little early, and let's see if it can run up there today a little bit. So there you go, and that's what our market looks like, everybody. So that is what we see. Inquiring minds want to know. And GFS, Michael Anthony. Let's see this last one right here. Global Foundries. That's running up there. That could stay in the top and continue to run up. So nice green market right there, everybody. Looking pretty good this morning. And that is what's going on. And crypto right there, we looked at 89.9. Bitcoin's back almost at 80, at 90, and Ethereum's teetering around 3,000. It was last night. So not looking too bad there. We'll keep you guys updated in the Discord. You guys know we'll be in there and live trading. I think Laptop Travel, I'm not sure you're going to join us, but we'll see if Laptop Travel's on in the morning with us, and Rhett will be on, and I'll hop on there. I think Laptop Travel will be, and we'll do some more live trading and keep you posted on the market. And there you go. Lucid was running there yesterday, that's for sure, and it's up a little bit this morning, not looking too bad. And you do like Intel going into the earnings. So there you go, everybody. So you guys enjoy your day. Thanks for tuning in. And hey, you like that pick, Michael Anthony, GSS, take that to the bank. There you go. So which one is that? GSS. Which one is that? I'm not even sure what the heck you. Oh, GFS. That's the one. Yeah, that was looking pretty good right there. I must say that could run up a little bit more. Global Foundry. So keep an eye on it. It's in the top though. You get that little squeeze up there, and there you go. So thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Be sure to hit the like button. Follow along. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes, only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. I'll catch you guys in the old Discord, and there you go with that semiconductor one, and it's not looking bad. So, and what about gold right here? I didn't even look at it this morning. Laptop Travel, let's see, it's just teetering right there. It's in the top. I don't know. It might have a little bit of a pullback, but then it's going to run back up here. It's not going anywhere. It's going to continue to go up, and it's been bullish. Look at silver too, same situation. So we'll look at them when we hop on in the old Discord. I'll look at gold and silver, get a better idea what's going on right there. And until then, guys, you enjoy your morning. Trade smart, lock in those profits, and I'll tell you what we're going to do when we get into the Discord. I can't even really tell what it looks like right now. It's just sitting there kind of flat, to be honest with you. And I honestly think you see a little pullback before you see them run up. So I think you might come back down a little bit and then pop up. But again, I can't really tell with that look right there. I'll have to look at it as it starts to open. It might start to move one way or the other on the chart so I can see it. And then I'll keep you guys posted, and we'll be in the Discord. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Trade smart, lock in those profits. Goodbye. Good luck. See you later, and have a great day, everybody.